Rivian today released three new SUVs. Pretty big news. Also, big news. Well, they put a big pause on a $2 billion plant in Georgia. I have the details on those SUVs in this video, but I want to ask you guys as well to kind of weigh in on the looks. It seems like most of my colleagues are at the event in California. They saw it in person. They're like, oh, it's amazing. I just love everything about it. It's super cool. I guess I'm the outlier, but let's get to those details. They're on pickuptrucktalk.com. Jill wrote this up on her way back from California. She was not at the event. She was doing something else out there. But Rivian R2 revealed. So Rivian, if you don't know, is a niche EV startup by RJ Scaringe, if I can say it right. They're Amazon-based. A lot of automotive press like myself think that they have a real chance to become a staple brand for years, which is not something you say with startups very often. They do all EVs. The Rivian R1T has gotten a cool size to it. It's a little bigger than a normal Tacoma, a little bit smaller than, like, say, a Tundra or Colorado Silverado, same kind of put your vehicles together. And it's got people talking about it. So this Rivian R2 was revealed. Plus, they had three different SUV. They had like two crossovers, basically R3s. Get to more of those details. We have some photos and a screenshot. I have some more details on Rivian.com as well, with additional photos. But basically what we have here is this is the R3. It's going to be a little bit smaller than the R1S, which is their bigger SUV. Starting price of $45,000. It's going to be offered in three different motors, a single, a dual, and a tri-motor. We've heard this stuff before. Automakers have talked about this with EVs. You're looking at 0 to 60 times less than 3 seconds because it's an EV, it's fast. Available 2026, which is interesting statement because available anywhere from January to July or next year. It's going to be a while. And they're talking about $45,000 for your basic single motor configuration. I'd be curious to know what the true higher motor configurations are. The ones that get 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, they have more range. Yeah, those guys. It has more range depending on the battery. But we're looking at the different charging, which is they're going to use the future charging standard pioneered by Tesla, that they're going to come with that charge port, so we'll use them at Tesla charging stations. Little details. They have little things going on. They have a front, a rear window. The lift gate rolls down. Rear windows pop out. Front seats are full flat, long rear seats. Lots of available storage accessories like bike racks and tents. So different things. And then there's a Rivian 3 on the way. So not very many details on this. It's going to have basically 300 miles of range in the R3. There's an R3X, which is going to have more ground clearance, snappier styling. It's going to be more of a performance-oriented crossover. And then there's another detail on that photo. So let's go over the Rivian and look at this R2. So this is the video they're putting out there, starting at $45,000. And I want to scroll down so you can kind of see some different looks to this. So estimated range, 300 miles, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Seating capacity is 5. Yeah, so interesting features. So the front opens up, which we've seen. This is interesting because we've seen this with EVs for a while. So there's nothing really, to me, groundbreaking on this. We have the skateboard platform, right? All connected. I'm not trying to douse water on EVs, but yeah, roll down window. Foreigners had that. Okay. Let's see. We have the charging right there on the back right-hand side. We have the other, let's see, this one here. We have a bicycle rack can go on here for more capability and utility. And then we have, what's this here? Oh, that's a charger. So we've kind of basically have all the details for this on this little takeaway. We have a missing one. Nope. And then looking at the, scrolling down, more of these images. Designed for the Benjuris, full flat seats, this whole world inside, the minimalistic, like Spartan-like interior. At least you have a dash, better than Tesla does. And you have the those storage options as well. So I like the storage options. I like the having a place for things. That's kind of nice. You can reserve it now for $100. And then there's, I said, the R1S and the R1T. What's also was revealed was this R3. And my friends have gone completely bonkers over this. It's a hot hatch, and everybody loves these hot hatches. So this R3, I'm going to look at, there's only the gallery. There's no details yet. So, yeah, it's interesting because smaller, different styling look. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments. What do you guys look at? Do you like to look at this thing? Do you think it's be kind of cool to have a small little hot hatch like this is going to be? 4-passenger. They call it a hot hatch because it can be fast. It's a hatchback. Hot hatch. That's the idea behind it. And there's your kind of Spartan interior as well. I mean, EVs just don't have much. They have the screen, the dash. That's it. I do think that they, like I said, besides, unlike Tesla, they have a dash that's nice to be able to see. That makes it more like an internal combustion vehicle, right? And then there is another shot of the interior. So I think Rivian has always been, to me, styling pretty nice, except for I'm just not sure on this. It does remind me of something. Reminds me of the old Dodge Omni. Yeah, that sure looks a lot like that. Or VW Rabbit. Anybody? And then there's a Ladia. It's a Russian car. It looks like this too. I didn't remember how to spell it, so I didn't put any photos in. But um, hmm. So yeah, it's interesting news from them. I mean, the stock price went up $1, which said people said obviously they did something right because their stock price went up $1. Look, stock market goes up and down. I've been playing the stock market for years. It has nothing to do with what companies announce. It has a lot to do with not always what companies do announce. It's just the fan of the day, something new, something exciting. Stock brokers love that kind of stuff. People, day traders love that kind of stuff. Different news, and then they also had the news where they're pulling the investment from a Georgia plant they're going to build for $2 billion. They're going to stop that, pause that they're putting in a timeout, and not build that plant. They're going to build them all instead in Normal, Illinois. It's the old plant that used to be it's an old Chrysler plant, I believe, was there. And so they're doing all they're building there. They feel like it's going to come fast to the marketplace and be a real big player in years to come, because the hot hatch, because the R2, they're trying to get a full lineup, be a full lineup manufacturer. And it'd be interesting to see what happens. What do you guys think? I'm not sure. The hot hatch has me scratching my head. Finally, I want to bring up a few facts, because facts are always a nice way to round off a video. So we're going to go back to the website. I'm going to pull up the story. It's Q4 2023 sales. And I do them by truck sales, like who sold the most, whatever. So I want to look at this because I think it really kind of speaks to what I'm talking about as far as a niche automaker and trying to make it. So if we scroll down to the bottom, find this sales chart, that takes me a while to put together. So looking at full-size truck sales, Ford F-Series, I mean, you're looking at 750,000 trucks last year. Silverado, 543,000 trucks. 444,000 Ram. I mean, these are pretty good numbers. Tundra, 125,000, and that's kind of a niche vehicle for Toyota, right? Tacoma, 235,000. Even the GMC Canyon, 22,000. Ridgeline, 52,000. Ford Ranger should got back up to 50,000 to range of new ones. Looking at EV truck sales, the Rivian sold 50,000 combined R1T, R1S, and a van. That van is what Amazon's going to start using for some of the deliveries. It's going to be a Rivian Amazon delivery van. So a combination of 3 vehicles equals 57,000. It's tough to see unless they get more volume, with the fact that EVs are expensive to build. They're expensive to buy. 45,000 sounds like it's a great number, but we're still 2 years away from that starting price. And as we've seen, the raw material pricing can change quite a bit, which will drive up battery prices, or more demand on batteries will drive up battery prices, or we could find some alternative sources, may lower them. Who knows what's going to happen? We saw it with Tesla. We saw it with Ford last year, that games of raising and lowering prices based on raw material demand, destroying some resale value of some of those Teslas, which caused a lot of owners to be pissed off. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with Rivian. But again, I felt like talking about this because I thought it was kind of interesting, and it seems like, as I read through my Facebook today, I'm the outlier over here. So I don't know. Am I the outlier? Am I just too cynical about EVs? And at this point, am I thinking more like a Dodge Omni? Am I seeing too many things in this design? Put comments down below. I'd be curious to get your comments. I'll check videos over here as well. No, there. Website down below as well. Pickuptruckttalk.com. I'll put a link to Jill's article there. You can look more at the details. The details. I just can't speak tonight. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.